Good morning, everybody. I'm running a little behind. Oh, only a minute, not bad. All right, but I don't have anything open. So let me take and open up my Facebook on my iPad and my computer. All right. Got it. Okay, there's that one. And I got that one. How is everybody today? I hope you are doing well. Oh, my phone is gonna slowly sink down, but that's okay. I have a fun idea that I ran across and I wanted to share it with you. I don't know how many of you have a postage die. Now, this one that I have is from the Ton, but Waffle Flower makes them. There are a lot of them out there. They are different sizes and configurations, but you can make it work because I did it last year. I think it was either a video or a Facebook Live where I used a waffle flower. You gotta tighten this, hang on. There, that's better. I used a waffle flower stencil of snowmen and filled it in and used it for that. So you can do it, you have to adjust it because the layout's not the same. So I just kind of moved the stencil around and found where it would fit on this. Today, I'm gonna use my stencil straight as it is and show you two ways to use it that is a lot of fun. There is a third way. I will tell you about it, but I'm not going to do it today. Hey, Barb. So that's what we're going to play with today is the postage collage die is what they're called if you go looking for them. Like I said, this is from the Ton, but Waffle Flower has one also. And once you buy one, you don't need to buy, like if you say something by Waffle Flower, you don't have to buy a Waffle Flower postage die. Use the one you have. And like I said, move the stencil around. I have this one and I have, when I bought it, I bought several others that go with it from her. Now my phone is acting up. What is with this? It's keep going lower. I don't know why it's doing that. It's tight in there. Oh well, I played with it the other day, so it's gonna keep doing it. It won't be much longer and I'll be flipping it down. So as I was saying, use what you have already if you have a postage die and find other things. Now the one idea I'm showing you today, you don't need a stencil for. One of the ideas, you don't need a stencil for at all. So a fun idea. The other one, I'm going to use pattern paper with it, but not in the way you think. The second one uses pattern paper also. All right, this thing is driving me crazy because it keeps falling down. I don't know why. I don't know which piece is falling. I may have to do some more tightening. All right, I'm going to get ready and flip this thing down. So if you get dizzy, close your eyes and like I said, I don't know. I'm going to try this. Maybe this thing needs to be tightened. We'll see. All right, I got to play with it. All right, now I got to pull it down some. Hang on. Don't open yet. Can't go too low or it'll be all right. That's all I can do. I can't get my configuration to work. It won't let me zoom in. I wished it did, but it doesn't. All right, so you can open your eyes. All right, so there's my postage die. And I said the first thing I was going to use is pattern paper. I got this beautiful fall florals from Not Too Shabby. I saw somebody use it and I just had to have it. It was gorgeous paper. And I have selected this piece to use. All right, I'm going to take and I'm just going to put this on here. This is, I'm not cutting it down or anything. Let's see, if I go this way, I can get some of those little ones in. I think I'm going to go this way. I'm going to move it there because I can get the leaves. All right, now I am going to tape this in place because as sure as I'm sitting here, it will mess up. And then I won't have what I want. All right, and now I'm going to run this through my die machine. Now, hopefully this will work because this is 6 by 6. I got to put it in straight. It doesn't like to go straight, but we'll see. All right. I've got stuff everywhere. It's going to pop when you go in straight. I try to go at an angle, but I didn't cut this down. I held it so it wouldn't pop too much. All right, so I'm going to take this off. I didn't grab any. My gems are all downstairs, I believe, unless I've got some over on the table from my class the other day. All right, so you still have that piece you can do something with, so don't get rid of it. Now, I need my pokey tool, and I'm going to punch this out. Now my next one is already cut, so I'm not worried about getting all the dots out of here. I'll get those out later. I will get them out of this. See, it leaves a lot of the dots in there. I don't know if you can see. So you just have to punch them out. And I have to punch them out on here. So I'm going to go straight down the line and punch them out. I ran out of time, or I would have done this ahead of time. I didn't sleep well last night, so I didn't get up at my normal time. I just couldn't do it. So I knew I would be a little late, but that's okay. I got up and got going. I knew I wasn't going to take the girls for their walk because I wouldn't have time this morning. Plus, I walked yesterday, so I don't want to overdo it. And when I say walk, I took them for their longer walk yesterday. It felt good to walk, and they enjoyed it, but I don't want to, like I said, well, come on, get out of there. That one does not want to come out. There. It was. I just pulled it out. I got a few more over here. So they'll get their short walk tonight. But I just couldn't do it this morning. So I went back to bed. Slept for a little bit. All right, now let me get rid of all of this. I'm going to put it all on here and dump it in the trash. I've got dots everywhere from things. Oh, that's a splatter. All right, so now I've got this. See, isn't that pretty, just the way it is? I think I might do this one as a portrait one. I thought I would add it to this. Let me see. There's just a little bit of white that's going to show. So I need to see. Now you can add a sentiment. I think I'm going to leave it like this and add it because it'll be a very short piece, or small, I should say. I can't talk this morning. Small border. All right. Let's see. Let me put that down. Good morning, Jean. How are you? I hope you're doing well. All right, now I don't want to put this down yet because this is very pretty like this, but it needs a sentiment, and I will add a sentiment. I'm thinking the sentiment might work up there. If I can find a hello, and I have one over here. Let's see if it's too big. Oh, no, that'll fit in there. Now, I don't know how this is going to stamp. We'll see. And I'm going to pull in my cherry cobbler because that's what color I used for the background. All right, I'm going to give that a few seconds to dry. I may hit it with the heat tool. And I'm going to grab some ribbon because it needs some ribbon. And I think I want silver. Let's see. I think I'm going to use this. Yeah, that's pretty. So let me add this. All right. And my roll tape. I moved my stuff yesterday for my class. And then this morning, I came up here and I just shoved anything anywhere I could. So I could set up. All right, I'm going to put this here. This here. I'm not setting it down because I don't know how if it's dry or not yet. I'll put this on and I'll test it. It looks like it might be. Is it shiny? No, it's not shiny. All right, I'm going to put this here and this around like so. Let's see. Yeah, it's dry. If you put the whole hand down, if it messes up, if it's not dry, you'll take off the same amount off the whole thing. All right, let me do this. And I don't think I have silver. Gems up here. Most of my gems are downstairs because I'm working on Christmas cards for my class. All right, there. All right, and I need to make a bow. So let me make a bow. Hey, Betty Ann. It's not giving me comments for some reason again, and I did it the way I'm supposed to. All right, come on. I never have this much trouble with the bow. There we go. It's like, what is going on this morning? All right, move that out of the way. Now let me get a glue dot. And I'm going to put a glue dot on each side of my knot. So I'm going to put one here. Did it come off? No. Yeah. And one here. And then I'm going to put it right there, opposite the sentiment. So there's a way to use your pattern paper, and it adds, I mean, you could have put a white piece behind it and put it on a cherry card. I find I use a lot of white cards because I don't have to add extra layers inside. Postage is outrageous, so you got to be careful that it's not too heavy now or too thick. So there's the first idea. Okay, I'm going to set that there. Now the second idea, as I said, uses that same postage die. This time we're going to do portrait. And I know this is going to be backwards because this is the layout that I'm using. And I pulled out my not too shabby Peachy Mint Bliss. I really like this paper. And I saw this idea and I thought, oh, what a fun idea. Now, let me get my pieces over here. All right. And I'm going to take all my pieces off. Where are my other bows? All right, I got to go looking for my bows. This is going to be a birthday card, and this is the one where you don't have to have. Where did my other bows go? Oh, there they are. I was going to say, I cut all my bows. All right, let's set this aside. And I got this. It's a bow for any reason dies from Picket Fence Studios. I may have gotten it on scrapbook.com because scrapbook.com will put stuff like this on sale every once in a while. So I got that. And I cut out a bunch of bows that I knew would fit. I needed a paper that would go with this. And I ended up pulling this green because it matched this. So I can't put these down, but I'll show you where they're going to go. And I just measured. I had that side, but it was so plain. I don't know if I'm going to use that side or not. I'll wait and see. That one goes there. That one goes there. And this one is going to have the happy birthday in it. It's not going to have anything. I found a happy birthday that would fit. I haven't decided on that. I think I'm going to use that side. No, I need the other side. I need to pull in some more green. Doesn't look as bad on the green. I had it on white and it was like, no, it's not going to work. All right, so the first thing that I need to do is take my pattern paper that I've cut. And I just measured from like here to here and cut it a little bit smaller. There are stitching lines there, so I cut it smaller. But this is going to go on. All right, now hopefully this one will work. I used it the other day, and I'm going to put that there. Let me get it started. It took me a while. I got to clean this one out. Once I get it started, it's okay. There. And I'm just going to put on glue. I'm going to kind of try and measure so I don't put down too much. I don't want to squeeze this too much either. I don't want glue to go all over. And I'm going to put a piece of scrap paper underneath. And the reason being is the other day I got glue on this mat. And I had to clean it, which I wasn't real thrilled with. So I'm just going to add this down the middle. And you have to do this part first, unfortunately. Because if you don't, then you end up having to do it on here and you can't get it matched up real good. I just cut a bunch of strips of white. It was scrap. And the ones for my presents, the pattern paper, is also scrap. So it's a good way to use your scraps. Now you can do the same thing without a postage die, but I thought this was a cute way to use it. I just have to be careful. These are like 3/16 of an inch. See, this thing isn't coming out much. I've got to clean it. Maybe I'll throw it in some water while I'm cleaning up this morning after. All right. And I chose white just because it was easy. All right, now That would have been cute on one side. Dang. Oh, well. I usually look at both sides, but I didn't. You know what? I'm going to get my tweezers. I'll put this one in the middle. And then I went through my bows and I matched them by size. These two were so tiny, I'm not going to put ribbon on them. I'm just going to put a bow because it's so tiny. All right, I'm going to try this one at an angle maybe. I got to see. I got to see. No, I'm going to go in the middle. And by using glue, I can take and wiggle it a little to get it straight. All right, now you can, you know, this is a great one to do if you want to make feminine cards, masculine cards. This one is kind of gender neutral. There is some pink on there. All right, let me move this out of the way. I'm done with that. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm gonna use now. I have to decide where. I know these two bows are gonna go here, and that's lost. So I'm going back to the other side. All right, so let me take this, and I'm just gonna put a dot in the middle. I had a hard time finding ones that are small enough, so I knew I could use this and cut the strips off. Well, not enough glue to hold it. I'll add a little bit more there. All right, I'm gonna hold it and then I'm gonna trim off these ends. And that one goes there. And then this one is the same thing. There was no other way around it. I had to use, there weren't many small bows in that collection. So I'm gonna put this one kind of, I'll put it there so it's near the top. And I'll put it down real quick because I've got glue on the back of those that bow. All right, let me put this down. I'm going to add a little bit more glue here because I may have taken it off with my finger. Okay. All right, now we can put the rest of our pieces down, or my bows. Let me decide. This one was a big one, so I went there, and that one's up there. All right, no, yeah, I was trying to decide if it would be better to put, I'm not doing the tails on this. I think it'll be flat enough that I don't need to worry about the tails. Let me put my tip on and put those away before I lose it, which I've been known to do. All right. Besides, that using the tails gives me the opportunity to pick it up and place it. All right. Now, I've used pale paper. You could easily use a darker paper. You can use favorite colors of the person who the card is for. There. All right, now let me get these put down. And see, I have strips if I want them for something else. If I want to do another one. All you have to do is just kind of center it on there, like so. All right, now. Get these down. I just think this was a fun idea. Oops. No. Don't stick. Don't stick. It was a little too far to the right. There. And I will stamp this before I put it on my card. All right, there we go. So then I found a happy birthday that was in my stash. And I'm going to pull my scrap paper in to see if this is on my block straight. Yes. Sometimes I put it on and it's not straight. Okay. I hope I didn't smear it. I did a little, but it'll work. All right, now, I decided not to put this on a piece of cardstock because, for one thing, that pink is an odd color, and none of all the pinks that I have, none of them match the pink in here. I tried Flirty Flamingo. See, it's just not the right pink. It matches those lines in there, but not that. So I just couldn't get it. This is too light. So that's why I went with the green, because I knew the green would match. All right, let me get this down. And we have our two ideas. It just will have a wider white border. All right, so there are the two ideas. Hey, Carol, I didn't see you come in. It's still not giving me comments. I don't know why. It won't let me see comments on my, let's see, swipe left. Nope, wrong way. Ooh. There. I swiped, it says to swipe left. Oh, maybe that's on my phone, not on my iPad to see comments. It just, Facebook is starting to do some crazy things. Of course, it could be my computer. My laptop is 10 years old, and it's to the point where I cannot update it anymore. So I'm going to invest in a new one. I'm going to get a lighter laptop. Still be an Apple, but I didn't realize that some of the issues I may be having with Facebook could be because my computer cannot update. So I'll be ordering or buying a new one. All right, I'm gonna pull this up so you can see this one up close. And then I'll show you the other one up close. All right, there's that one. And there's that one. Isn't that paper gorgeous, the fall florals? Oh my gosh, it's got some gorgeous patterns in it. I love it. If you like flower paper, this is good paper. for you. All right, let me see. So they're different. Here's this one. There's the back. Here's this one. And there's the back. This is the one I used, and there's the back. This one and this one are very similar, but they're not exactly the same. And there's the back. Here's this one. And there's the back. Look at that pink. And here's this one. And there's the back. So beautiful paper and gorgeous to take and create with. I've used it one other time. Maybe twice. No. Oh, yes. You know what I did? I used it for a one sheet wonder on my blog, and then the video is on YouTube showing how I did it. But fall florals, I love it. It was just so pretty. I had to have it. And it's a great one to use this time of year. Okay, there's the 2 cards for today. I'm going to get ready and flip this up. So close your eyes if you get dizzy. And I gotta tighten this really tight. Of course, it's yelling at me not to rotate my phone, which I'm not. Okay. All right. Oop, hold on. I gotta pull it up a little. And of course, naturally, I've done it tight. I have to get my towel. Boy, I didn't realize I had that much strength. There. Hopefully that one won't fall. I've got it. Thanks, Betty Ann. All right. I already have my idea for next week. I have been, as I find things, I have an app on my phone. It's a notes app. And what I would do is I would find ideas I wanted to do, and I would say, oh, I'll do that. And then I'd forget. So what I started doing is I would make a note. You're talking to it, so it's almost like a recording. It is. And put in there what I ran across and say Facebook Live idea. And now I have them all there, and I won't forget them because I have a tendency to forget them. All right, ladies, we have a gorgeous day here today. I hope you have beautiful weather where you are and that you'll have a great weekend. I'm going to get ready and go and clean up so that I can work on some more Christmas cards. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.